What if your thoughts weren't really yours? What if something microscopic could crawl into your brain, flip your instincts upside down, and quietly puppet your behavior without you ever realizing? This isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. And by the end of this video, you'll know why a parasite you've probably never heard of might already be living inside your head. By the time this ends, you'll understand the disturbing truth about Toxoplasma gondii, a brain-infecting organism carried by billions worldwide. But warning, once you know this, you can't unknow it. This affects you more than you realize. The CDC has reported that large numbers of people are infected globally. That means you, your friends, even your family may already be carrying it. And the most terrifying part? It doesn't just live inside your brain. It rewires it. In just 30 seconds, you'll hear how. In the 20th century, researchers noticed something horrifying in lab rats. The rats didn't freeze in fear at the smell of cats. They didn't run. They walked straight toward danger. One even rubbed itself against the scent of cat urine, drawn in by desire instead of terror. Picture that for a moment. A rat nose to nose with its predator. Evolution had wired rats for millions of years to avoid cats. Yet something invisible had rewritten that code. When the cat struck, scientists realized the rat's death wasn't an accident. It was exactly what the parasite wanted. The culprit had a name, Toxoplasma gondii, a single-celled parasite that can only reproduce inside cats. To get there, it needs an intermediate victim, like a rat. So it evolved the most chilling trick of all, hacking the brain, switching off fear, turning prey into willing sacrifice. But here's the thing, it isn't just rats. Humans carry it too. By the 1990s, researchers like Jaroslav Flieger began testing people. The results were staggering. Some countries showed infection rates of 30, 40, even 60%. Globally, estimates point to well over 1 billion hosts, maybe including you. Millions live with it unknowingly. Most never feel a thing. At first, doctors thought it was harmless. No obvious symptoms. But then the data got darker. Infected people showed subtle shifts in personality. Reaction times slowed. Men took more reckless risks. Car accidents, fights, ignoring rules. Women became more sociable, more trusting, more attached. Entire patterns of human behavior seemed bent by a microbe. Listen closely to this. Flieger's traffic accident research suggested infected people were more likely to die on the road. Not because they wanted to, but because their brains processed danger just a fraction slower, a fraction of a second, enough to cost lives, enough to be the difference between breaking in time and not. And that's not all. Toxoplasma doesn't just drift through the brain. It makes itself at home in regions tied to fear and reward. Imagine an MRI where bright flecks show tiny cysts nestled deep inside neural tissue. In rats, the scent of cats becomes attractive. In humans, dopamine levels can shift. Animal studies show the parasite encodes enzymes that affect dopamine synthesis, the same brain chemical tied to addiction, gambling, even schizophrenia. Reports in journals like Nature Neuroscience describe infected rodents with rewired inhibitory circuits and impaired memory. In humans, the jury's still out. But if a parasite can tweak dopamine pathways, how much of your free will is really yours? One neuroscientist called it a disturbing reminder of how fragile free will may be. Here's the part that hits hardest. Once infected, you never truly clear it. The parasite forms cysts in brain and muscle tissue. Untouchable, dormant, waiting. Current drugs can kill active parasites, but not the hidden ones. They become lifelong passengers, whispering in your neurons. Think about that the next time you feel drawn toward danger. The risk you take, the fight you start, the late-night choice you regret. What if that wasn't entirely you? Count the moments, just from this past week, when you did something a little reckless. What if a fraction of that wasn't choice, but influence? And it gets more unsettling. Some researchers believe toxoplasma doesn't just shape individuals, it may shape entire societies. A 2018 study in PLOS-1 linked higher national infection rates to cultural differences in risk-taking and entrepreneurship. These are correlations, not proof, but imagine it, a microbe nudging not just one mind, but whole nations. It gets stranger. This parasite doesn't just influence, it rewires. In lab studies, it physically alters neural circuits, reshaping the architecture of the brain. Teams at institutions like Stanford and Princeton have reported infected rodents with impaired learning, altered reward pathways, even structural changes in the amygdala, the fear center. In humans, we've seen hints, slowed reactions, subtle psychiatric differences. The full picture is murky. Still, if rodents can lose their instinctive fear of cats, what instincts might you be losing? Now think of the choices you made today, the food you ate, the risk you took, the message you sent. Did you really choose? Or did something older, quieter, hidden inside your neurons make that call? Because if billions of us are carriers, then human history itself, wars, inventions, tragedies, may not be purely human history. It may be parasite history too. A chilling possibility. Maybe we've never been fully in control. Here's the darkest truth. The parasite doesn't want to kill you. It wants to guide you, to shape you, to keep you alive just long enough to spread. In humans, we're often dead-end hosts. So any behavioral effects are likely side effects, not strategy. Yet the fact remains, once inside, it blurs the line between your desires and its design. Feel that chill at the base of your skull. How much of you is truly you? Because once toxoplasma is inside, there's no way to completely silence it. It becomes part of you. Every impulse, every instinct, every dangerous attraction you feel could be partly its whisper. This means we're not just individuals making choices. We're ecosystems, hosts, walking battlegrounds where free will and biology collide. If you want more disturbing truths about the science of fear, subscribe. Because the deeper you go, the stranger it gets. And I'll leave you with this. Scientists still don't understand one thing. If a parasite can hijack instincts this perfectly, what else, hidden inside us, is already pulling the strings? Maybe your most human trait, your choices, was never fully yours.